This meeting, this late season pairing, this colossal clash of two teams poised and prepared for a title run may on this night not hold its signature significance. But rest assured, that time for these teams will come soon enough. While the principles may not be front and center in tonight's heavyweight conference collision, the game still holds meaning for both. Boston, already secure in a top 4 seed with their late season surge to the Atlantic Division crown, may still find themselves without a home court advantage unless they can capture their final 2 games at home, so there is incentive. Miami, assured of no worse than the conference's 2nd seed for the 2nd straight season, may yet still catch Chicago, but also has their sights set on a pair of Western Conference contenders against whom home court may be the deciding factor come June. Regardless of who takes the floor, this is a meeting with meaning. As for the last 2 seasons, any matchup pitting Boston and Miami has become as much about the name stitched on the front of the jersey as any of the individuals who so honorably and memorably fill them out.
Accelerating. Oh, can you believe the shot? It's by Udonis. And hits a gorgeous reverse. Right corner, Chalmers shoots the 3 and hits. Rondo dive steps Wade, flips it up and in. Wade for 3.
The next to last regular season game of the year as the Heat visit TD Garden to take on the Boston Celtics. The Heat pretty much locked into that 2nd seed in the East. Boston right now the number 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. These teams meeting for the 4th and final time in the 2011 and 2012 regular season. Just 2 games left in this regular season for the Heat. Paul Pierce, Ray Allen walking into the building, although the ageless one will not start tonight for the Celtics. LeBron James, same thing. He'll be on the bench when this game starts as the regulars getting some relaxation. Eric Spoelstra has his team pointed toward the playoffs and has adjusted his lineup and his practices accordingly. We're back on Heat Live, delivered by Papa John's. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James both doing a little light work on the court, but they will not play this evening. As you see, we're under 13.5 minutes.
On a cool, crisp Tuesday night in Boston, 2 playoff-bound teams preparing for the weekend ahead, and both clubs putting the highest priority on good health going into the playoffs. Welcome everyone inside the TD Garden in Boston, a 4th and final regular season meeting between the Heat and the Celtics. 3 of the 4 games taking place in April. We always hope you enjoy every bounce and basket right along with us. Miami Heat basketball on Sunsports is presented by AT&T Uverse. And good evening, South Florida, and to the Heat Nation. Thank you, as always, for enjoying your Heat basketball.
Jason Jackson here with you. Time for the starting lineups brought to you by Cleveland Clinic, Florida. As we take a peek at what's going on with the starting lineup for the C's, a night off for the R's, Ray and Rondo. As you can see, the Hall of Famers. There's there. Let's go to the Miami Heat. Your All-Stars not in. Rio back, though. Battier, Miller, Udonis Haslem, and Big Pitt in the middle. Speaking of UD, and I just was, he is homegrown. He is a starter again. As you saw on the bottom of your Sunsports spotlight, tonight's game ties Mr. Haslem with Heat legend Alonzo Mourning for 2nd place on the Heat's all-time games played list with 593, just 3 behind his co-captain, Mr. Wade, who is out tonight. Heat and the Celtics on the hardwood of the Garden. It's time to ball, y'all. And when these two go at it, I don't care who's on the floor. You got yourself some serious Eastern Conference basketball.
Another capacity crowd here at TD Garden, close to 19,000 fans on hand. Even though most of the starters are out for both teams, the Celtics using their 19th different starting lineup this season, and the Heat using their 17th different lineup. Our officiating crew assigned by the NBA to work tonight's game, which is game number 65 of the 66-game regular season for both Miami and Boston. Our officials are Monty McCutcheon, Courtney Kirkland, and Miami, Florida native John Goebel. And tonight's tip of the game is delivered by Papa John's. And right off the bat, we want to say hello to all the wonderful Heat fans watching tonight at the Bacardi Road Rally at the Hard Rock Cafe in Bayside. Going to be a great time there. We hope an equally fun time here, although finding key players will be difficult. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James sitting it out, so is Chris Bosh and Rony Turiaf. For the Celtics, Kevin Garnett is out, so
Terrell Harris
buried deep in the right corner. We had trouble finding him. Harris, the rookie out of Oklahoma State. Joel Anthony getting set to come on as well. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Pitt underneath on Hollins. Got it right back. Wrestle it up there, big fella. Nice job by Dexter Pittman. He won the battle in the paint. Dexter has 4 points and the Heat are up by 9.
What you like about
Avery Bradley with 4 to shoot. Mike Miller from behind deflected it away. And Udonis Haslem grabbed the loose ball.
when he picked up his 3rd MVP trophy, they said, what are you going to do now? He goes, well, I'm going to work on my left hand. I'm going to take a couple of weeks off because it's been a long season, but I got to work on my left hand. He's the guy, best player in the world for 3 years. He feels he's got to improve his left hand.
LeBron's had a historically significant season. I mean, it really is one of the ages. When you put his stats and his efficiencies up against the all-time greats, it's right there. And so I don't think there's much of a question. And that doesn't take into account the defense he's played this year and the load he's carried when our guys have been hurt. So I think it's a pretty clear-cut choice this year. LeBron James, number 6.
He continues to, to be that consistent player all around, from scoring and passing to rebounding. And the biggest thing is his defensive ability as well.
What we've asked LeBron to do as far as guard the 1 through the 5 and then play offensively 1 through 5, and his efficiency ratings and things like that are just through the roof. And then we're sitting at the 2nd best record in the East, so there's no question he's the MVP of the league.
He's brought it every single night, rain, sleet, or snow, injured, healthy, whatever the situation, man. He's brought it for us every single night. And, in my opinion, he should be MVP hands down.
Well, pretty unanimous as you would expect. LeBron James, who is tied with Kobe Bryant for the most 30-point games in the NBA. No other players has numbers quite like LeBron, shooting a career best from the field. Number 3 scorer, number 3 in steals, number 10 in field goal percentage, number 13 in assists, the most versatile defender in the NBA, a guy that can play all 5 positions on the defensive end and pretty much all 5 positions on the offensive end. He's usually the best court on every. Bad game though, Coach.
Yes, another good pass inside.
Pittman scores again.
Rio picks up 2 assists.
Well, the worst offensive game of the season for Miami. 66 points, 38% shooting, and a season worst, 25 turnovers. Sasha Pavlovich stole the show. 16 points in the 2nd half. Pavlovich went 7 for 8 in the 2nd half for Boston. So the Celtics keep their hope alive for a home court advantage in round 1 against Atlanta. Their record is now 38-27. The Heat fall to 46-19. With this loss, the Bulls have wrapped up the top seed in the East for the 2nd straight year, and the Heat will be the number 2 seed in the playoffs for the 2nd year in a row.
Here, he's getting down and dirty, and he's doing the work on that weak side a lot of times. Such a great position rebounder. Udonis knows where the ball's going to come off the rim, anticipates, and then when he makes this mid-range shot, he really adds another dimension to the team. They're going to need this jumper from him in the playoffs because he's got to get to that open area and finish. He plays so well with Wade and LeBron. He understands how to cut and move and catch the ball in the open areas. And as I said, they're going to need that perimeter shooting, in particular, that high post jump shot to be successful.
78-66 to the Boston Celtics. This has been a special presentation of Sunsports. Tune in Thursday for more Miami Heat action as they battle the Washington Wizards. Coverage begins at 7:30 with Heat Live, followed by tip-off in high definition right here on Sunsports. Inside the Heat is next. Don't forget to log on to foxsportsflorida.com for interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and analysis of your Miami Heat. Once again, for John Crotty, I'm Frank Fort. Thanks for watching Heat Live postgame.